Ladies and gentlemen, Premier League is back this weekend. So many key games, so many topics to talk about, so much to discuss. Arsenal are running away with the league. City cannot keep up with the pace. Man, it's so much that is happening. Join me. Let's have this conversation. You do not want to miss this. Let's go. Welcome to Football Madness. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to share this. Now let's go have some fun. Let's go. Back again to another week of Premier League review and preview show. We are back for another dynamic, another fantastic, another transcending episode. If you are just coming across the Football Madness platform, you are welcome to the Football Madness platform. On this platform, we discuss all footballing topic with a little bit of humor, a little bit of banter. We mix it up and we have a good time. Please guys, remember to like, remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted every time we post a video. Please share the video, share with your friends, share with your family member. Let's continue to grow, let's continue to develop this platform. We are all one. It's not personal, it's just football. Guys, for our returning subscribers, thank you. I appreciate the love, I appreciate the support. Guys, let's always keep the conversation going. Let's go in the comment section, let me know your opinion, and let's keep the conversation going. I'll be there in the comment section with you guys. Let's go. For this week, there is so much to talk about. So much is happening in football. Man, it is peak. The features from last weekend, man, I'm still in shock. I am still in shock from the last weekend game. We saw Liverpool drop points. We saw Manchester City drop point. We saw Arsenal drop point. We saw Aston Villa drop point. It was, oh my Lord, it was entertaining. It was unbelievable, man. It was unbelievable. I did not see that coming. I did not expect it. I did not expect it. Whew. Last weekend was a big shock. The way the whole games played out, man, that was something crazy. But Manchester picked up point, Chelsea picked up point. They closed the gap on Liverpool. So it's about to get real and it's about to be interesting. The race for the top four starts now. The race for the top four starts now. If you grab your seat belt, definitely it's about to be a bumpy ride. It's about to go down. Just grab your seat belt and be ready for this bumpy ride, because it's about to be a roller coaster ride in the Premier League. The battle for the top four is where it is at. Arsenal is already cruising. It looks like Arsenal is running away with the league. So now we have to focus on the battle for the top four. That is where the entertainment is going to come from. It's going to be an interesting one. I cannot wait. For the first game we have for you guys this weekend, we have the game between Manchester City and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Man, Manchester City are currently going through it. They've been on a terrible run of form this year. I don't think they've won any game in the Premier League this year. This January, they've not won any game in the Premier League. They drew 3 and they lost their last one. So Manchester City are struggling. The last time Haaland scored a goal for Manchester City was like a penalty goal he scored against Brighton, I think. Man, it's crazy right now to say that Haaland is currently going through a goal drought. Oh. Yeah, Manchester City need a game to bounce back. They need to bounce back. And this Wolverhampton Wanderers is a perfect example. It's a perfect team that they need right now to use to bounce back. They are not the best team. They are currently down there fighting relegation battle. They pretty much been the worst team in the league. So it cannot get any easier than this, Manchester City. It should not be easier than this. Going forward into this game, it does not get any easier than this. I do not want to hear anything. This game is there and the opportunity is there. You can win this game. You have the players. You is at Etihad Stadium. Everything is favoring Manchester City against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So I do not want to hear any excuses. This is a game you have to use to bounce back, especially for this. This is their last game this January. So they have to bounce back. They have no choice but to bounce back. They need to play better. I have been clamoring, I have been calling that what is Manchester City going to do when Haaland starts struggling to get goals? And we are finally here. Haaland is having a goal drought. Man, even me, myself, I'm trying to convince myself that Haaland is having a goal drought. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Haaland, goal drought in the same sentence. This is where the Premier League have taken us. You see? This is where the Premier League have taken us, to the fact that Haaland is having a goal drought. Oh man, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Manchester City defense right now seems to be their problem. At the same time, their offense, they're not scoring enough goals in the Premier League, especially in the Premier League, they're not scoring enough goals. Whew. And also their defense have not really covered themselves in glory. They are conceding cheap goals. They are conceding goals on a counter attack. They are not doing well in their transitional play. Transitioning from offense to defense have not been something that they've done well in recent game. So that's something they need to be worried about going forward against Wolves. Wolves is a side that is going to play low block. They're going to pack the box. They are not going to be playing anything expansive. They are not going to try to go toe-to-toe with Manchester City. They are going to pack the box. They're going to play a low block side. That is it. It's expected. So you need to just watch out for the set piece and watch out for the transitional play, the counter attack. That is what Manchester City need to watch out for. The last time we saw Manchester City, they lost 2-0 to Manchester United in the Manchester Derby. It should have been worse than that. That game should have ended 4 or 5-0. Manchester City were terrible in that game. Terrible. They left Rodri alone in the midfield. Every time Rodri turns the ball over, or Manchester City player turn the ball over, it is straight on the counter attack. They can't run. They can't keep up with the pace. So that's the same thing that Wolves is going to implement, that same tactics. The only difference is that Manchester United have better players than Wolves. But Wolves is going to play the same tactics. Play on the counter attack, try to get Manchester City to turn the ball over in those spaces that are dangerous. And that's what they are going to do. So Pep Guardiola needs to be wary of that. It's going to be an interesting watch, definitely. We've seen Manchester City midfield lately, the combination have not been clicking. It's not been the midfielders are currently out of form. Let's just put it like that, because the combination of midfielders that is playing for them, for me, they lack that energy, that strength that it takes to play in the Premier League. Like that midfielders don't have it. Rodri is the one that is supposed to bring it in for them. Normally that's his role. He sets the tempo, he brings his energy, he help them win the ball back whenever they are facing transitional counter attacks. But the problem now is Rodri is a step late, a step or two late to the ball. So he's now receiving red card, yellow card. Yeah, that is not going to help them. So if Rodri is a step late to the ball, and that is the guy that is supposed to be setting the tempo, that's the guy that is supposed to be recovering the ball back for them, yeah, that is a recipe for disaster. That is not good. That is not good at all. So that's where Pep Guardiola earned his money. That's where all those $1 million comes in. He needs to find his solution for that midfield. The transfer window is still open, so they need to find a solution, and they need to find it back fast. When I saw Manchester City in the Champions League, Pep was playing Ntnori in the right back position, knowing fully well that's a left back. That really did not help them well, because they lost that game 2-3 goals to 1. So Manchester City right now is going through it. They are in a terrible run of form, but don't worry. This is a game to bounce back. This is going to be their bounce back game. I think they have everything it takes to win this game. The key to victory for them is going to start with their defense. They need to make sure that they do not give anything away to Wolves. And the secondary key to victory for them is going to be their offensive line. They need to take their chances, and they need to create chances for Haaland. Haaland can't be having a goal drought in the Premier League. This is not a thing. Haaland and goal drought does not go in the same sentence. So that needs to be rectified. They need to fix that going forward against Wolves. But I think it's going to be a good game for Manchester City. If you're a Manchester City fan, you are probably going to enjoy this game. This is going to be the bounce back game. It's going to be an interesting watch. It's going to be entertaining, so you guys can go and enjoy your game. For the next game we'll have on our list, we'll have the game between Liverpool and Bournemouth. Oh, Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Bournemouth is at home, so that's going to be an interesting watch. It's really going to be an interesting one, because Liverpool so far this year in January in the Premier League, Liverpool have they've drawn all their games. Yes, they drew it all. All the games they've played this January, they drew every game. So going forward against Bournemouth, Liverpool need to start picking up points. That's another team that is claiming to be unbeaten in 16 game or 15 game, how many game it is. But the thing is, it's a terrible run of form. You can't be claiming unbeaten when you've only won 6 or 5 out of those games and drew the rest. So that is not a good run of unbeaten. If you want to claim unbeaten, you need to be telling me, oh, I've won 10, I drew 1. I've won 12, I drew 2. That is what I want. I don't want to be here that I drew 5, I drew 5, I won 3. I drew 10, I won 4. Like, no, nobody wants to hear that. Keep your unbeaten run to yourself. This is an opportunity to pick up maximum points. An opportunity to rectify the fact that you haven't won any game in the Premier League this January. This is the opportunity. Man, but it's going to be an interesting one. Bournemouth is not a slouch neither. We saw them play well at the beginning of the season, and lately they've been a terrible run of form themselves. They sold Semenyo to Manchester City. We are going to see how that is going to affect their attacking plays. But it's really going to be an interesting watch. Oh man, we really got to start asking ourselves, like, how are we looking at this Liverpool team? Because before the beginning of this season, this Liverpool side was seen as the favorite to win the league. And right now, Liverpool is struggling to make top 4. That is an interesting conversation we have to have. We need to start having that conversation. A team that was seen as the favorite to win the league is struggling to make top 4. Yeah, that is not acceptable at all. That is not acceptable. They have to play better. They have to do better. Enough with all this predictable, slow pattern of pass, conservative football. Like, enough with it. I am bored of watching it. It used to be that when I watch Liverpool game, I'm entertained. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm enjoying every minute. Maybe Klopp has spoiled me. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I was spoiled by club football, because this brand of slot football is not doing it for me at all. It's not doing it for me at all. I am falling asleep watching these games. It is pass to the right, pass to the left, pass it back, pass to the right, pass it left, pass it back. If they are pressing Liverpool, hit a long ball to the corner. It's the same predictable slow movement. If they're on a counter attack, normally when Klopp was coaching Liverpool, when Liverpool is on a counter attack, they are going on a counter attack. Now, when I see Liverpool on a counter attack, they are holding the play and waiting for the opposition to recover. That is not a counter attack. You have to go get your shot off on the goalkeeper before the player get back in transition, before the defenders get back in transition. You don't wait for them. But oh my Lord, this is boring to watch. Someone save me, please. Save me from this. It is boring. It is slow. It is predictable. It is conservative. Like, oh no. So club, where are you? Club, where are you? Come and save me. I cannot watch this anymore. This is terrible. Oh man, slot football, man. It's not for me. I understand it now. Slot football is not for me. It might be for you, but it's not for me. I've just come to that conclusion that this brand of slot football is not for me. It does not do it for me at all. I cannot watch this. It puts me to sleep. There's no entertainment. There's no energy. There's no effect. Like, where is that? Oh, Lord, please, somebody save me. Save me, please. I cannot take this anymore. Oh, man. When you see Liverpool in the Champions League, they are scoring a lot of goals. They are playing attacking football. There's goals to watch in the Champions League because the opposition in the Champions League are desperate to win also. So they are forced to come out and play. But in the Premier League, most of these teams, they don't mind taking a draw. So they will sit back and play low block. And that's why you keep hearing Slot cry every day. Low block this, low block this. I do not want to hear any low block anymore from this man. Enough with the low block statement. Go and figure it out. Go and coach this team to beat the low block. Low block this, low block that. I do not want to hear that statement anymore from Arne Slot. Low block this, low block that. Go and figure it out. That's why you get paid. That's why you are the coach. Oh man, this is unbelievable, man. The game needs to be faster. The game needs to be direct. The game needs to be energetic. Like, you need to be unpredictable. It's the same thing. Gakpo cut in, shoot. Like, it's the same thing over and over, repetitiously. Enough is enough. Change it up, spice it up, do something different. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's insanity. Oh man, someone need to save me. Please, I need to be saved. Yeah, well, the key to victory for Liverpool is going to start with their midfield. Their midfield need to continue asserting dominance. They need to make sure that they are helping the forward line get goals. And their secondary key to victory is going to be their offensive line. They need to take their chances. They need to score goals. They need to score goals. Liverpool need goals. Like, the fact that Liverpool have only scored how many goals this season? How many goals have they scored this season? Like, it's crazy. 33 goals. 33 goals this entire season. With the amount of attacking firepower they have on that team. They've only scored 33 goals this season. That is not acceptable. They need to score goals. The offensive line need to take their chances. They keep missing chances upon chances upon chances. If you check the stat now, they've probably created the most chances in the league, but yet they have not scored enough goals. Man, this is unbelievable, man. This is unbelievable. It's unacceptable. It's crazy. Something needs to be done. Yeah. Man, Liverpool need to make sure that this weekend, we don't come out of this weekend feeling like they just wasted another weekend again. They need to set the tempo. They need to deliver. They need to take their chance, and they need to score. Yeah. Well, it's going to be an interesting watch. If you're a neutral fan, you are probably going to enjoy this game. It's going to be both sides going end to end, and it's going to be an interesting watch. I think it's going to make for a good game. Tactically, the matchup makes sense. I think it's going to be a good one. For the next game we have on our list, to have the game between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. This is going to be an interesting one. Tactically, this game makes sense. Both sides are going to go end to end. Both sides are going to be going at it. Like, both of them is going to be fighting for maximum 3 points. There is going to be goals in this game. This game is going to make sense. I'm going to enjoy watching this game. I cannot wait. The new coach at Chelsea, Rosenior, he has come in. He's beginning to assert himself. We are seeing the player begin to adapt. They are going through this adaptation period. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take a couple of games before they can get it and get it right. But one thing that we can say that is beginning to stand out from the way he's setting up this Chelsea side is starting with the fullbacks. You will begin to notice that the fullbacks are not overlapping as much as they used to do under Maresca. Maresca wanted the fullback to overlap, provide width at the attacking option. For Rosenior, no, that's the opposite. He does not want the fullback going forward. He preferred them holding their position and defending. So we are going to start seeing those tactical changes between Maresca and Rosenior as we are beginning to go forward. Also, another thing is aggressive style of pressing. He wants to press man-to-man marking, and there's an advantage to it, and there's also a disadvantage to it. Man-to-man marking means that players are dragged out of position easily. But as long as they are transitioning back into their defensive shape at a good rate, at a fast rate, and they are smart, they are not being caught out of position, it's going to work. But also, when he plays a side that knows how to drag players out of position and play behind them properly, it's going to be a problem. But we are going to see. This is a tactical matchup that is going to make sense. I want to see how the Rosenior tactics is going to fare against the Crystal Palace side. It's going to be an interesting watch, especially when he's doing the man-to-man marking. Man-to-man marking is an interesting one when it comes to the Premier League. I cannot wait. It's going to be an interesting one. Also, another thing we've noticed again is the false nine that he's beginning to play. Pedro is dropping in to pick up balls in deep into Chelsea's midfield. So that is something you're also going to observe with his tactics. It's going to be an interesting one. I cannot wait to watch how this game shape up tactically. Because the tactics that this man is coming with is tactics that I have not seen in the Premier League in a minute, especially at the high level. Aggressive pressing, I understand, but man-to-man marking at all points, all position in the field, yeah, that is going to be interesting. We saw it against Arsenal. Arsenal took advantage of it because they were able to drag players out of position. So we are going to see against Crystal Palace, and we're going to see how Crystal Palace fare in this game. But it will be an interesting watch. I cannot wait to see this game. The key to victory for Chelsea going forward against Crystal Palace is going to start with their offensive line. Chelsea need to score goals. At this point, most of all this team in the Premier League, their strikers are struggling to score goals, and we are beginning to see it everywhere in the league. The strikers in the Premier League are struggling to score goals. It's crazy because we are seeing how tactically the Premier League is changing. The style of football that is being played, the brand of football that is being played is changing, and is really affecting the strikers. Because it's interesting to see, because most of these strikers are not scoring goals compared to the goals they were scoring last season. Most of them are not delivering to that level this season. But nonetheless, goals are being scored in the Premier League, but we are beginning to see defenders, midfielders score more goals. We are seeing goals come from different angles of the field compared to the fact that before you see strikers scoring goals for their team. But no, it's interesting to see. It's interesting. The dynamic is changing, and we are here for it. We'll always be here for it. It's an interesting one to see. I can't wait to see how this game shape up tactically, but it'll be an interesting watch. If you're a neutral fan, you definitely want to grab your popcorn, grab your drink. You are going to enjoy watching this game. This game is going to keep you at the edge of your seat. It's going to be an interesting one to watch. I cannot wait to see this game, because when you see those spaces that are being left behind, when you are chasing player man to man, are they going to capitalize on those spaces? We are going to find out this week. For the next game we have on our list, we'll have the game between Arsenal and Manchester United. This is the big one this weekend. This is the big one. Arsenal drew their last two games, but they did not score any goal. It was 2 goalless draw. That's another team that is struggling to score goals, because when we see them in the Champions League, they are scoring a lot of goals, which I have been saying that in the Champions League, opposition don't really play low block and they do not play to draw. Most team in the Champions League is looking to pick up maximum points because they have something to lose. They need to make sure that they qualify for the next stage of the Champions League. So teams are forced to go out there and chase maximum points. In the Premier League, teams are playing low block. They are playing conservative football. They don't need to do anything. They are fine with a draw. Most teams are fine with a draw, a goalless draw, a 1-1 draw. They don't need to do anything. It is up to you to come there and beat a team that does not want to lose. So that is something that is beginning to take shape in the Premier League. We need to be aware of that. It's not really the best thing that is happening to the Premier League, because personally I don't like it for the Premier League, but it is what we did. This is where we have found ourselves. Arsenal is another side that is struggling to score goals. Gyökeres is struggling to pick up goals consistently in the Premier League, and we've seen it times and time again. Compared to the Champions League, the opposition are going to come out and attack. You will see Arsenal score a lot of goals. Like we saw Arsenal against Inter, we saw Arsenal score goals. But unfortunately, in the Premier League, it is different. The opposition is not going to come out. They are going to play a low block. They're going to pack the balls, because why? They are fine with a draw. And once teams are fine with a draw, teams are fine by taking a draw, it's going to be hard to get them to play attacking football. And that is Premier League problem this season. The attackers are struggling to score goals. The style of play, we've seen it, how it's changing. Majority of these teams now, they don't need to do much. They prefer to just, like I said, they prefer to just don't lose. The game plan is don't lose. As long as I don't lose the game, I'm fine. And that is a problem in the Premier League. Every team needs to be chasing 3 points, maximum 3 points. And that's what makes good football. That's what makes entertaining football, when both sides have the same goal. I want to win. I want to win. Let's match up and let's see who is the better side. But Premier League right now, it is, I do not want to lose. I do not want to lose. I don't mind. As long as I don't lose, I'm fine. That is not good for the Premier League. But that's where we find ourselves. So Arsenal going forward against Manchester United, Arsenal need to play a different brand of football. Manchester United is a side that is going to want to play a low block and catch Arsenal on the counter attack. I think Arsenal need to force Man U to hold possession. Change it up. If Arsenal want to win this game, Arsenal need to have a different strategy towards Manchester United. We saw Manchester United do it to Manchester City last week. Michael Carrick coming in with this new brand of 4-4-2 that transition into a 4-2-4 on attack. When they are in defensive side, when they are holding their defensive shape, you will see them in a 4-4-2 possession. And then once they are in a counter attack, they are going to counter attack and they are going to go in a transition shape of 4-2-4. So we saw it against Manchester City, or sometimes it's going to even look like 4-2-2-2-2. So it's an interesting one to see how Michael Carrick has come in and start changing their shape, changing their brand of football. It's looking like the old Sir Alex Ferguson, like a little bit of touch of Sir Alex Ferguson. It's like, yeah, I can see the similarities compared to how Ferguson used to set Manchester United up. So it's really interesting, and it's an interesting one to see. But I think Arsenal needs to make sure that they change their style of play against Manchester United. Give Manchester United the ball, force them to play, force them to hold possession, and then you can have space to capitalize on. Do not let them sit back. Do not let them hold the low block shape. I do not want to see it in this game. Force Manchester United to hold the ball, force Manchester United to play, and let them hold possession, let them play. There will be space for Arsenal to capitalize, and there will be space for Arsenal to score goals. That is what I think Arsenal to do. The key to victory for Arsenal in this game is going to start with their midfield. In a game like this, the battle in the midfield is going to be paramount. Manchester United is going to try to play in transition, so you need to make sure that you do not turn the ball over in key area that can be dangerous to your game. Arsenal, we saw it against Manchester City. Rodri was forced to play the way you did not want to play. Do not go and fall into that trap. Go and watch the game between Manchester United and Manchester City. That is your sample. That is what you need to watch out for. Do not do what Manchester City did, allowing Rodri to play by himself in the midfield. No. Make sure that the two pivot player is sound and alert at all times. Just in case you turn the ball over, you need to be able to recover, and you need to be able to recover fast. This Manchester United side, they know what they are doing now. They know how to beat big teams. So yes, my warning to Arsenal, they know how to beat big teams. Do not get caught lacking. Do not overlook this Manchester United side. It's going to be an interesting one. We are going to see this game. But for Manchester United, So Manchester United last week, they defeated Manchester City. Brilliant game plan. I did not see that coming. I'll put my hand up and say, yes, I did not see that coming. But that game was fantastic. It was executed to the maximum. Oh, the tactics was, it's like they were playing musical. Like, it was perfect. That is what you call a clinical. They understood the assignment, they execute the assignment, they delivered, they left. That is what you call, bravo. Manchester United did their thing. City did not see that coming. They didn't expect it. So going forward against Arsenal, I'm sure they are going to try to do the same thing. They are going to try to run a fast one on Arsenal. They are going to try to do the same thing. They are going to hold a low block. They are going to sit back and they are going to try to catch you on a counter attack. You see, Mbuemo, Cunha, Ahmad, they have pace. Those three players have pace that they are going to try to catch you on a counter attack with. The likes of Dogu is going to give them the energy that is needed. Meanwhile, Bruno is going to provide the tactical superiority, the tactical play, the technique. Is going to make perfect sense for them. Do not get complacent and do not fall into their trap. Hey, Arsenal need to be wary. Arsenal need to make sure. Like I said it here now. Do not take Manchester United for granted. I am telling you, City tried it and City is still in pain. They gave City a two-piece. A two-piece combo that City did not see coming. So you need to make sure you learn from that City game. They are going to keep a low block and they are going to play on a counter attack. The key to victory for Manchester United is the same thing they did against Manchester City. First, they need to be defensively sound. I said it last week. In order for Manchester United to win games now, they need to be defensively sound. That's it. Once they are defensively sound, then they can catch team on the counter attack. Then they can worry about going on an attack. The first thing is they need to play defense at maximum energy, maximum concentration. Do not give anything away. Everything is on the line in this game. This is a big game. This is going to be an interesting game. If you're a neutral fan, you are going to enjoy watching this game because this game is going to be end to end. There is going to be goals in this game. I cannot wait for this game. It's going to be an interesting one. The secondary key to victory for Manchester United is their transition. How they transition into attack, how they go on a counter attack. Because you can go on a counter attack, you still need to recover. You still need to make sure that whenever you go and you do not score, you get back in your position, you get back in your formation, you get back in your shape, and you do not give anything away. But I think this game is going to make sense tactically. It's going to be an interesting watch. I cannot wait. It's going to be an interesting weekend. Last weekend was a shocker. This weekend is going to be entertaining. I cannot wait. That is what I have for you guys this weekend. We've come to an end of another episode of Football Review and Preview Show. Please, guys, remember to like, remember to subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll also be in the comment section with you guys. Let's keep the conversation going. Guys, it's not personal. It's just football. And I'll catch you guys next time. Yeah.